Good morning. I believe you are all doing well. So, today we are going to focus on debt management. Is debt controlling your life? Are you feeling weighed down financially because of the debts that you have? So, today we are going to have a breakdown and just have a brief talk on how best you can improve when it comes to your debt management. Because I also noticed on my other video of stop taking loans, we really had some quick reactions on the same. And several people have been able to send me emails just trying to talk to me and tell me, okay, they know I have this debt. How can I get out of this trap? So I thought it necessary for me to prepare this video so that I can assist each and every person out there on how they can better their debt management. So first of all, we need to understand the two types of debt that we have. We have good debt, and we also have bad debt. Good debt are those debts that help you build wealth. So probably maybe you have savings somewhere and you have an idea of a business investment. You go and take that loan to help you finance that specific business so that you can be able to build wealth. That is number one. Bad debt is that debt that is unaccounted for, that debt that you can do without, but you just take it anyway, without really going to the nitty gritties of the payment period, the interest rates. You just take it, you pile it up, then it starts to overwhelm you. So those are the two kind of debt. So first of all, we need to understand what are the mistakes people make with debt. And this is number one, taking unnecessary loans. What I'm saying is you can do without that loan, but you take it anyway. You need to maybe go for a vacation, you go and take a loan instead of saving for that vacation. So you can do away with the loan, but you take it anyway, then it starts weighing you down. Then ignoring loan terms. People are not reading these agreements. And when it comes to now the person who has given you that loan, or the company or the financial institution that is servicing you, that has given you that loan, when it reaches that point where they have to come and repossess maybe a car, they have to come and maybe auctioneers are sent to you because you have not been repaying their loan, it now becomes an issue. Ensure that you understand the terms, because there are even those loans that tell you you take a loan on January, you rest on February, then you start paying our loan on March, or even you start paying us back in April. So you have 2 months where you're resting. You're not really paying that loan. There are loans that are saying, and this is something which I'll create a separate video on, you're not supposed to pay your loan when you're sick. If you cannot move, if you are bedridden, you're not supposed to pay or service that loan. That is number one. If somebody is dead, you are not supposed to be making that for the guarantors to pay that loan. And that is a conversation which I'll have on a specific video. So you must understand the loan terms. What are the loan terms under this specific loan that I want to take? Then using debt to pay debt. And this is where most of us are. You take one loan, it has reached the maturity period, you are unable to pay that loan, you take another loan to pay this loan. So the cycle continues. Now, what are the practical steps to manage personal debt? First of all, assess your debt. And if you're watching this video, I need you to take something like a paper and just write how many loans do I have? Number one, this is the loan that I have. Number two, this is the other loan that I have. And also write an amount. So you're like listing all the loans that you have here against the amount that you're supposed to pay, and also the interest rates. How much am I? What is the penalty if I default this specific loan? Okay. Then create a debt repayment plan. And here I want to advise you on two repayment debt payment plans that you can look at. The first one is Snowball, and the second one is Avalanche. Now, on Snowball is whereby you are paying the smaller debt so that you can create momentum. So you have 10 debts that are really weighing you down. You look at what can I start paying maybe in lump sum. So you look at the smaller debts, you pay them fast so that you create a momentum. Now in Avalanche, you start paying the debts that have high interest rates. And practical of it is you have a loan that is 50,000, it accrues, let's say, 20% interest rates monthly, and you have another personal loan of 100,000 that accrues 10% interest rate. So probably in Avalanche, you'll consider paying the 50,000 because of its high interest rates, and in Snowball, you'll consider paying, let's say, a smaller loan so that you create momentum as far as your payments are concerned. Then negotiating with the lenders. And here we have faced issues when, specifically these mobile loans and even the financial institution loans, where your interest rates has accrued. You maybe took 10,000 loan, but right now they expect you to pay 50,000. And when you default again, there is this lawyers who are sent, I think, from the small claims court or something, where they now start sending you emails. If you don't pay by this date, you'll be served. So make sure you pay. So you're supposed to reach out to this lawyer, to these lenders, and negotiate with them and tell them, okay, I took a loan of 10K, I defaulted, it's now 50, I cannot pay 50. Maybe allow me to pay half of that amount. Okay. So once you have negotiated with them, you will feel that the burden has been lessened. Then avoid new debt. If you are in debt, please, please, please don't take another loan. Don't take another loan because you will be financially overwhelmed. First, come up with a repayment plan of the existing loans, then clear that up. Unless the loan you're taking will help you build wealth, kindly don't take another loan. Then build an emergency fund. And this is something which I've been talking about for the longest time possible. No one is immune to emergencies. All of us, we have an emergency in one way or another at specific period of times. So you need to have an emergency fund that will cushion you in case there is an actual emergency thing that you're supposed to handle or address. Okay. Then automate payments. So if, let's say, you are servicing this specific loan and you are paid through that financial institution, you can just automate it so that once I'm paid, let my 20% go towards my repayment. And I think that's how it is for this, let's say, for the circle loans, for the bank loans, they automate it. So by that automation, it creates a sense of, okay, it creates a sense of you meeting up to your repayment on a month-to-month basis. Now, tips for managing debt responsibly. First of all, live within your means. Live within your means. Understand that this is what I'm earning on a month-to-month basis, or this is what I'm receiving from my businesses. Now, plan yourself to live within your means, to avoid taking loans to facilitate, or to rather, you're taking loans maybe to be able to manage your lifestyle, or to be able to get an asset. Maybe you've bought land out of debt. You've bought your car out of debt. You are living a lifestyle that you really can't manage. So live within your means. Then pay more than the minimum. So if you have a loan that you're servicing right now and you have the capability of, let's say, you are expected to pay, let's say, 10,000 monthly, but you can pay 30,000 monthly, please do. Pay it more than the minimum so that you're able to reduce it to the minimum, or even finish the pay up on time, okay? And even reduce the interest rates that you will be able to accrue over time. Then consolidate the debts. So you can combine all the debts in one, then just pay them off. At once if you are in a position to. Then you can also seek professional help. Feel free to reach out to me on my inbox or even in my email, which I've attached at the description of my channel, and I'll be able to assist you just come up with a repayment plan of all your loans, because I know these things can really weigh you down, and at times you just need a financial advisor to hold your hand through the entire process. So if that is something which you need, you can also just seek either from me or any other person that is close to you. Kindly seek the same. Now, avoiding the debt trap. Don't borrow for luxuries, please. If it is something which you can do without, avoid it. That is what I always tell people. At times you find somebody wants to go for a vacation, let's say maybe, and just relax, but they were not saving for this specific vacation. So what happens is they end up taking loans. Hey, I need 50,000, I need 60,000, I'll repay it maybe in 2 weeks' time. They give you, in fact, they usually welcome you with open arms. You need a loan. Here we are, come, take this loan. You fail to read the agreement, you fail to read the interest rates. After 3 months, you end up paying even more. Or rather, you request for 50,000, you receive it at 5,000. 15,000 is the service charges for you to be able to get the 50,000. It's a funny business anyway. Then avoid payday loans. Now, what happens is most people like to, you have money right now, you don't want to pay, but you say, I'll pay it on the 5th. The 5th is my due date. The risk with that is, should you miss even should you miss paying that loan on that specific day, interest rates kicks in, and you now start experiencing the worst that you'll ever wish for, because you will end up paying huge amounts of all the same. Now, one thing is, we are supposed to be very well educated, because it is clear most of us do not have the basic financial literacy skills on how they can better manage their debts. So just take it upon yourself to understand the dynamics. Even go and read those long terms and conditions. Go and read those long, understand the dynamics of what you're supposed to get yourself into. Before you sign that paper, or before you take that easy loan that is being advertised, kindly read through and clearly understand it. So in the debt management or debt repayment system, consider kindly the Snowball or the Avalanche kind of payment. I think that will be able to sort you out. With that said and done, I want to appreciate you for sticking to this video towards the end. Kindly remember to support me by liking and subscribing to my channel. Thank you and have a good day.